Hi everyone, and welcome back to Naperville Running Company. Today we'll be doing an overview of the track spikes for the upcoming 2023 season. These spikes are ranged into 4 categories, which are distance, middle distance, sprints, and field events. These spikes are for anyone who has never worn a spike, as well as people who have worn spikes for multiple seasons. We'll be going through each and every one of them, describing what events they're for, as well as what the best uses are. Alright, starting off with the sprint spike category, these shoes are typically for the 55 meters indoor up to the 400 meter outdoor, as well as for short and long sprints and hurdles. If you are someone who does perform in multiple different types of events, such as jumps, you can also use these spikes for that as well if you are more used to wearing a sprint spike for those. One thing about these is that you actually see more implementation sights within this shoe. Essentially what that means is that we have a more aggressive plate, helps with better toe off, as well as keeping you on your toes and for traction. These shoes can also be used for short and long sprints. In this category, you kind of can play around with what events you're using them for if you are someone newer to track and field. Moving on to the mid-distance category, typically these are used for the 800 meters up to the mile. However, if you are someone who is trying to find your event, this is the most diversified category that you can find yourself in. You can use mid-distance spikes for different types of events, such as some jumps and most any other event. It gives you the opportunity to find your niche and move on from there. One of the main differences between a sprint spike and a middle distance spike is the implementation sights as well as cushioning. There are less implementation sights within a mid-distance shoe as there are in sprints because you want to still be on your toes, but you're obviously running for a little bit longer. So we want to make sure that you're definitely getting some cushioning there as well as still staying more up on your toes. One of the spikes, if you are someone who is more familiar with mid-distance and that is your category to be in, one of the spikes we like to highlight is the New Balance Mid DX. One of the main things about this shoe is that they actually use a carbon fiber plate, which helps with propulsion, traction, and grip. They also added implementations already into the shoe, so you don't need to interchange these, they're already ready to go. Going on to the long distance category, this shoe can be specialized for the events of the mile up to the 10,000 meters in college. One of the things that's a big difference between the mid-distance spike as well as the long-distance spike is that the long-distance spikes have a lot less implements than you saw in the mid-distance model, as well as more cushioning. In a long-distance event, we typically don't want to be on our toes for the entire event because you're on your feet for a longer period of time, so we want to make sure that we still have cushioning as well as great grip and traction on the track. If you are someone who wears cross-country spikes, you can actually use your cross-country spikes for a track and field long-distance event. One thing you'll want to do though is you'll want to take out those 3/8 implements and add in the 1/4 or the 1/8 implements for track and field. However, a lot of people think that you can use a track spike for cross country. However, you cannot use a track spike for cross country, but you can use your cross country spikes for track and field. Finally, ending with our field event track spike and shoe category, we have very specialized spikes for different jump events as well as throws. We specialize with high jump, long jump, triple jump, pole vault, and throws. If you are someone who does need a more specialized spike for your event, this is a great option for you because you can come on in and we'll find you the right spike. If you are a little bit newer but know you want to do jumps in track and field, a great option for you is actually the new Zoom Rival Jump Spike. This is a great versatile option for you because you can use it for multiple different jumps and give yourself the best options there. Moving on to the rotational shoes for throws. These shoes are a little bit different than a traditional spike in track and field. They are flat surface, giving you more glide in the ring. The throw spikes will actually complete our overview of the track and field spikes for 2023. If you have any further questions and you want to pop on in, we're more than happy to help, or you can ask us online. We wish you the best of luck from NRC for your upcoming track season.